Hello, my friends. Oops, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Wow, wow, wow. This is I don't know how to characterize this, an exceptional news, outstanding news, interesting, explosive, breaking news, whatever you want to call it along those lines. We have Zelensky dismissing my friend Mr. Oleksiy Danilov, and he was the Secretary of National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine. What the hell is going on over there? Is it rats abandoning ship? Is it something that Zelensky feels that he is not protected enough? Therefore, he needs to get rid of all the Ukrainians and put his friends in charge? I don't know. Let's look over these two articles, one from Sputnik, the other one from Reuters. This is my friend right here. Zelensky dismisses Secretary of National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine. That's the guy. I always had something kind of creepy about this individual. I don't know his life. I don't know if he's a good guy, he's a bad guy. All I know is based on his statements, and his statements were of a certain kind of flavor. But something gives me, I don't know, something about this guy. I know it's subjective, but after a while you kind of know people. You know what I mean? If you don't know, well, live longer. When you pay attention to certain people and you hear them talk, the way they act, you are pretty close to understanding, I would say 99, 95%, 90 to 95% who those people are. But nevertheless, subjective. Let's move on. This is the guy. Let's see why. Why was he dismissed? Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has signed a decree on Tuesday dismissing Oleksiy Danilov as Secretary of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council and appointing current head of Foreign Intelligence Service of Ukraine, Alexander Litvinenko. And guess what? This guy is back to life, to the post. Why? I will show you who this guy is. Remember Alexander Litvinenko? I put his name right here. Alexander Litvinenko. And who's that guy? Right here. This guy died in 2006 or something. Remember this guy that the Russians poisoned? According to the Brits. Remember this guy? He was a Russian defector. The same name. The guy who then went to the source, which is London, and then he was allegedly poisoned by the Russians. I mean, he was poisoned, but I don't know if by the Russians or not. Remember this guy? Okay, well, I don't know much about. I don't know as much as needed, but this is the guy. But it's not the same guy, obviously, with this guy right here, Litvinenko. This is the guy. So this is not this guy. Okay, we got that covered. Nevertheless, let's move on. Let's go back to the article. And I'm quoting, to dismiss Danilov Alexei Vyacheslavovich from the post of Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, end quote, the decree read. Oy vey, what happened? Zelensky dismisses Alexei Danilov from the post of Secretary of National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine. In another decree, Zelensky appointed the head of the Foreign Intelligence Services of Ukraine, Alexander Litvinenko, to the post of Secretary of the Council, dismissing him from his current position. I wonder who's going to take that position, correct? All right, in addition, Oleg Ivashchenko has been appointed head of the Foreign Intelligence Services of Ukraine. We're going to find out who this guy is in the near future, according to the president's decree. Well, this is the guy who took over this beautiful lad. Hey, suck your belly, god damn it. You're on camera. Man. So this is the guy. During the presidency of Petro Poroshenko, remember, 2014-2019, Litvinenko was Deputy Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine. Could it be that Mr. Zelensky stepped on someone's cock too hard by stopping Poroshenko's Poroshenko is a prisoner in his country, Ukraine. He was not allowed to travel. Oops, what's going on here? There you go. I like a hunchback. Travel to Germany, remember, to Munich, was not allowed to travel to Budapest, to Hungary. And I think, as I said before, there's a common interest, I will say, in the West. And that common interest is to take care of Russia, if you know what I mean. But that common interest is formed by many, many groups. And they're fighting to promote their garbage in order to, you know what I mean? Okay, so when these guys are fighting, they have their own horses in Ukraine. There are psh, psh, psh. And one of them seems to be this Poroshenko again and his clique. Some would be Zelensky and his clique, and some others could be others, like for instance Zaluzny and his clique. So they're competing with their horses, like a horse race, and these guys are betting on them. And in the meantime, they drink their martinis, smoke their Cuban cigars, and they make bets. Okay, and they are friends over there. But these guys are fighting with their lives. For what? For their national... All right, so let's go to the next article coming from Reuters, and we make it official, okay, because Reuters is credible source. Reuters, this is from 27 minutes ago, right there. Today on the 26th of March 2024. Ukraine's Security Council Secretary dismissed, says presidential decree. Why me, Lord? All right, remember that song? Why me, Lord? What have I ever done? Whatever. To deserve... Da-da-dum, Danilov, right there, like we don't know. Yeah. Emil. Okay, if you say so. So, Ukraine Security Council Secretary Oleksiy Danilov was dismissed from his position by a decree which appeared on the Ukrainian presidential website on Tuesday, today. The head of the Ukraine Foreign Intelligence Service, Oleksandr Litvinenko, was appointed in his place. Another decree said no reason was given for the change. No reason was given. And that's the whole article over there. That means I don't have enough information. So that's a surprising change of events. So Danilov, he spent his 15 minutes of fame, and now he's out. Will he be appointed? Where can he be appointed? London is already taken by Zaluzny. Maybe something in Washington, D.C. Not in Israel. No. In Israel could be Reznikov, Shmihal, Yermak, Zelensky. No. This guy's going to go, I think, to Washington, D.C. I don't think it's going to be on the European territory. Not France or Germany. Maybe Switzerland or something like that, but my gut feeling tells me it's going to be somewhere in Washington, D.C. Or it's going to be just disappearing with his luggage of money, because he's poor. Oh man, I've been reading an article earlier today about Nancy Pelosi and her dealing on the stock market. They call it what, inside trading, I think. She has a salary of $220,000 a year. And I know her husband does some hanky-panky. She's been in office since 1984 or something like this. And she's got, I don't know how many hundreds of millions, $200 million or something like this. Well, she's a good businesswoman. So here you have Danilov. Danilov will run away. He's not going to stay in Ukraine, I think. But if he's going to stay in Ukraine, when Ukraine collapses, he's going to go to London or Washington, D.C. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Rats abandoning ship? Could be. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.